Okay, welcome back. Now, in the first class, we started with introduction. We talked about Power Query, where we loaded uh, customer, we formatted and cleaned some data. We have product. We also learned some things there. So the next thing we're going to do now is let's bring in another data set by going to Home tab and click on New Source again. New Source. And this time around, let's bring the text CSV again, and let's go to the what? Let's bring our calendar table, calendar data set. So here is our data, our calendar covering 2015 to the last one, 2017. We have 3 years in this calendar. Okay, let's see what we can get from here. We use calendar table to extract other information about our date. From calendar table, you can extract a lot of information about your date. And in Power Query make it easier when you come to add column. And under add column, you can see from date and time. Click on this. This is the date column. Okay. Before we move on, before we move forward, at this point, this data is showing 100% valid for 1,000 rows. Let's check is that so for all. Let's check and that I said I think everything is valid. Mind you, if your date format is MDY, you're going to have issue here. So remember, if you have the same issue here, you will have to use the method we use in cleaning the other date to clean this. In that case, you will select you will select English UK or English Nigeria, where we use MDY. Are you getting me? DMY. But in this case now, this one tally with my own system, so I don't have issue this time around. And the next thing I'm going to click on date. I want to extract year from this data. I can click on extract year. You can see the year. This is the year from this data. Instead of writing year function like in Excel, you don't need any function. Select this again. If you need the first day of the year, you can select this. You have the first day of the year. If you need the last day of every month, rather, sorry, this is the first day of the year. Last day of the year again, you can do the same thing. The same thing, go for month. You can see the month, the start of month, end of month, number of days in that month, and the name of the month. Let's click on month. Let's remove the start year. You don't need the start year. Delete. So let's click on this and get what again from the month, name of that month. That's 2. Then we'll have again, let me go back to the date again. Select this. You can say we want the first day of the month. Maybe that's when we collect, when we send reminder to our debtors. And click the first day of the month. And the same thing applicable to days. We have the quarter of year, the first quarter, second year. I want to know the quarter that they belong to. So you can just select as much as possible. Week of the year, the first week, second week of the month, the first week of the month, the start of every week, the first day of every week, and the end day of every week. So you can all these columns, we just extract them automatically without having to write any query or any whatsoever. Just click and you get it. So but I won't do anything there. Let's go to day. Okay, that's the day. We have month and we have day. But I don't need this. I need day of week instead. Let me use day of week. Instead, I'm selecting my date. Then I go back to day of week. Day of week, and I want to add the day name of each of the day. So, and let's see. I think let's stop there for now. Or let's bring in the first day of the week. Day one of the week, day of week, the start of the week, start of the day of the week. Okay, on the 1, 2, 2, okay, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. I think this is wrong. That's not start of the week. That's not start of the week. And remove the column, you can remove the step. Okay, I think start of week, we have skipped that. We have skipped that. This is where we have start of week, under week. We have it under here. That's start of week. We have start of week here. So those are the way by which you can extract columns from your extract columns from it in Power Query. So now I think let's do one more thing here. Let's extract weekend and weekday. We want to group our data into weekend and weekday. If you look at this day of week and day name, you can see that 0 is Monday. 0 is Monday, and the 6 will be what? 6 will be Sunday. 6 will be Sunday. 0 is Monday, and 6 is Sunday. Now, let's see how we can do that. We are going to make use of this number, this week, day of week number. Go to add column, conditional column. It's okay. If week status, you can also use this analysis for hours there too. That's okay. You want to see when you are selling the most. Is it in the morning or afternoon or late evening? So you have to group your hours. Okay, anything when we're all sales between 6 a.m. and 12 a.m. You group them from this period and this period, you group them and so on and so forth. Week status, we have if the week status, if the day of week is less than 5, is less than 5, because 0 to 4 would be weekday. It's less than 5, we have weekday. Otherwise, weekend. So that is how to add a conditional column. This is the second time we're adding it. And let's change this to text. And this conditional column that you see here, okay, let's I will also do something. Let's go back to product table. Let's see something from that conditional column. We have product cost, we have product price, right? You can come to conditional column and compare the two columns. Profit. You can say, okay, if the product price is greater than, now you can see here we have ABC 1, 2, 3. This is when you are writing text. You want to put if product price is greater than 10 or greater than 20, greater than 30, that is what you use this for. But you want to compare two columns, you can also okay, I don't want to enter value, I want to select the column. You can say if product price column is greater than cost price. Can you see the difference now? You have to change the text to column. So you can compare two columns. If this is greater than this, what do you want here? Profit. I want to show profit. Otherwise, loss. right? Let's say profitability, stability, even though we don't need it, but just for learning purpose, profitability, I think all the columns are profit. Everything is profit already. You know? If I come here, I can select, you can see all your profitability, profit or loss will show. So that is the way by which you can also use that conditional column, a conditional format to compare two columns and return whatever we want to return. So we are done with the calendar table for now. Let's bring in more table. Let's bring more table. I think we are moving very far. Okay. Okay, let's move. New source. New source. Let's bring text to CSV. We have calendar, customer. Let's bring product category. Product category. This is the category we have. I'm clicking OK. I'm clicking OK. I'm downloading this again because I've edited this. So let me put this into system. Set that. Okay, so we have product category name, and this is number. This is text. We don't have anything to clean here. Just click new source. I'm bringing new source. Text CSV. We have product categories, product subcategory also. Let's bring some category here and let's click OK. Then new source. Okay, let's look. Is there anything we can clean here? Nothing. At this point, let's see. Let me quickly show you something. We are still going to do it again. So let's continue. New source. New source. That is the merge query, but we see merge query in front. We have this. We have return. Let me click on returns. Click open and click OK. Okay, so we can see we have date, but this time around our date is a text. So that means there is going to be issue here. The same issue I had earlier is going to occur here. So add a new step. The reason why I'm adding new step is that because if I replace this one and everything, the moment I remove it, all of the header here, type here will be removed together. We have error. We can remove that step now, and it will not affect the other step, other type that I've created before. That's why I added this. So we'll go back to this back using local and explain the data to Power Query. Everything we are doing is not inside Power BI. We are inside Power Query. Don't forget date and the date is PS format so that you can understand what is in that column. Does not understand what is in that column. So I'm explaining. I'm using that to explain that column to Power BI, Power Query. That is that. What are we cleaning here now? Borrowed key, territory key. The only thing here is some quantity and the date. So let's leave that. New source, text CSV. So I will not pick territory from here. I will pick territory from my download so that I can explain something here again. Now let me click OK. Okay. Now look at this data. There is something here that is different from other one we have been doing. Number one, here we have this one as header. This as header. Let's check this header. It as header. This as header. This has header, but this does not have header. What we have here, we have column 1, column 2, column 3. And see what we have here. When we have something like this, let me go to the category. Sometimes your data comes like this, like use header as possible. So your data comes like this, and you have your header inside the data. Instead of having it as the header here, you don't have it as header. What do? You use first row as header. Click on this, it will go up. So let's go back to territory key, territory table. Number one, this space we don't need it. That's number one. Two, our header is on the column. Territory key, region, country, and continent is on the row format. This is the horizontal table, not the vertical table. Remember how we do horizontal table in Excel? We convert this one to vertical table. That is what we want to learn here. That's why I prefer this. I changed it some times ago, so it's not inside my folder. How do we change this? How do we transform this back? Go back to transform column, and we have what is called transpose. Click on transpose and see the data as we transpose to column. That's what is called transpose column. We also have reverse row. If you want to reverse row, it will take, okay, let's now take this to the up now. We now have the row, we have our header as the first column. Go back to home tab and use first row as header. You don't need that 1, 2, 3 thing over there. And this column is useless. Now remove this column. Please choose column. What does it do? Sometimes you can choose to go to any column. You can choose a column that you want to see, and you want to remove, want to hide other columns. You can click OK, and you can see the column you have chosen. That is the way. And we have go to column. I want to go to continent and select this. You just take me to continent. I don't want to. I want to click one by one. That will take me to continent. So that is that. So I think okay, we are on. I want to show something here before reverse row. Look this and reverse row. It will start from 10 to 1. That is what the reverse row does. And the data type also, like we have been changing data type from here, you can also change data type from here. The type of this column is whole number. You can change it from here. Also, whole number, you can change text data type. If you want to detect it automatically, you use the text data type, and so on. So remember, we use Unpivot column. If you want to pivot the column too, you can also do the same thing. You select the column and you want to pivot. Let's say we have a column I want to pivot. Let's look at this product subcategory. I want to pivot this column and this column. Look at what is going to happen. I'm going to click on this, and I want value, select value, category key. Use the name in columns category to create the column. I want to use the name to create a column. I want to use this 1, 2, 3, this 1, 1, 1 here. Or category. Let's use key. Let's use category to and it will create. You can see that it will create new headers for us. You can see the numbers inside here. So this is category, mountain bike, this and that. So it will split it for us. And this kind of analysis is we use something like this Unpivot column. Of the Unpivot column, when you have your data in, let me bring our sales data. I think that's what is left now. New source. We have text. There are two ways that we can bring in our data. but I will just show you all the first one, then we'll go back to the second one. I want to bring in file, a folder rather. I want to bring a folder. You can bring a folder straight into Power Query. Let's look for the folder, desktop, dataset, sales data. We still have something inside. This is the folder I want. I click OK. Then I click OK. Bring a new data here. So I can combine and transform data. I can combine the data and transform it right from here. That's another way by which you can bring in multiple data from the same folder. But I'm not going to do that. Let's bring one by one. I want to explain something there. So I'm clicking on the text CSV. Let's go back to that says data. Now we have it here. I'm going to pick, we have 3 years. I'm going to pick 2015 first. 2015. Okay. Okay, good. The date, first thing is our date, error. Our date error. These are date error now. Wow, we already know the problem. So just quickly go here without doing any testing or whatever. Let's go to this place. And we change this to date. And the date is actually what? This is the kind of date you have. Man, okay. It will use normal date for us. You can do the same thing for stock date. If you want to do the same thing, you can just come here and select this using local. Each of these steps that as we are doing it is writing code for them. Writing code. We call it M. Don't forget, it's called M code. M code. What you are writing is called M code. Manually, you can edit them. Manually, you can edit them, but as much as you go, that one does that. But by default, you just click and drag and drop. That's what Power Query does. Other number is text. Product number. Product key is the number. This is number. You have territory key. We have other line items to the number and the quantity on them. Okay. Now, I'm trying to explain something earlier. Let's say we have our month. Data Power Query or Power BI works with column, not with row. Let's say we have our sales. We have month. We have January column, February, March, April, May on different columns. You cannot work with it. You can't work. You can't do analysis that. Or you have sales 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. No, you must do what we did here. You have to add them together so that all the values, all the month can be here, where we remove this month will be here, where we remove here. This will not represent our month, January, February, March, April, and this will show the value. So it means sales for January, sales, January to December, you see in front of it. February, not that you have January on one column, February on that column, March on that column. When you have that, you cannot do the analysis successfully. Is that okay? So that is when we use Unpivot column. So now let's look at this date. We have date, we have date. What can we do here? Anything to do here? Okay. I think there's nothing we are doing here, really. But I want us to learn something here. What we're learning now is there's what is called merge query. Merge query is what is called join. We want to join two tables together. We want to join two tables. We want to merge them to become one table. We want to bring data from one table from that table. That's what is called merge query. Before we go there, before we do merge query here, let's quickly see it from a small data set here. Let's use these two tables to see how merge query works. This query has We have category key and category name. Here we have category key, but we don't have category name. We want to bring category name to this table. What do? We use merge query. Merge query. Which query are we merging now? We want to merge query from category, product category. And there are different kind of join that you can use. When this is called, this table at the top is called left outer. This is left outer. This is right outer. The one at the top is called left. The one down is called what? Right. So if you want the left outer table to show everything and any matching from the right, it will show left outer join, which is mostly used. And when you have, okay, let me do something. Let me do something. Let me do something from this table, this product category. I will remove one. I will remove this bike. Let's remove this row so you can quickly get it better. Remove top row. One. Just one. Just one is okay. Okay. Now let's go back to our merge query. You can see that that does not have bike again. I'm going to remove the step I took. Okay. Let's click on merge query here. Sorry. You see now. So this column and this column, these are the two columns that connect them. Category key, category.
Can't hear anything again. No, is it just me?
Hear me now. Hmm. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Since when
The
did
net
my network went off?
when you were trying to bring the
I think you are not with me.
merge the okay, okay,
Since
you're
when?
back.
Where are we when the network went off? I don't know. I just discovered that the network is off. Just talking to myself. Okay, no problem. Let me just go through the second one. So we have this product again, and I click on merge query. A merge query. And this point, I can change it to what? I'm using the same category. I can change, I can also use right outer join. Right outer join, then I'm going to click, select the two columns that combine them. And this time around, you can see that I'm using the right outer join. So this is the down one is the right join, the top is the left join. Right? So the one in the down is going to be the main table now. So right outer join means that all from the right, but only those ones in the left that is related to this will come now. You can see that one will not. We don't have one here. Let's check if one will come. Click OK now. Let's expand this. Right, we need category name only here. You can see that only one will come because we are making the right table to be what? To be the main decision. So that will be the decider. Only that one will come, while the other one will not come. So we also have what is called the inner join. Inner join will look at the data that is inside both only will come. So that's just the way by which that works. So let me remove this step and let's go back to sales now. Sales key. In our sales, we have, let's say I want to bring price, product cost. We have quantity that we sold, but we don't know the price. How do we bring price to this place? You can just use the same merge query. You can merge query as new, or you can just merge query. Click on merge query and then select where can we get the price from the product category, sorry, from the product table. You can get the price from here. And the two things that connect them is product key. This is two columns that connect them. We have what is called VUZ matching option. This is the option whereby you force some things on each other. When you want to use this spreadsheet whatsoever, it means that you want to force the columns that are not exactly the same thing on each other. So that is what that does. But what we must check here is that this green tick must show, even though the number may not match, but the green tick must be there. So it's okay. Now you can see that we have the price there. Check this. We only need the cost and the price. If we need only these two, click OK. You can see that we have the product column here now. So as it is now, you can say, okay, we want to know the total sales that we made and total cost on each. Click on add column, add custom column, and you can say, okay, our new want to know turnover equals to, can see equals to down here, can say quantity multiply by price. It's okay. The new column will show here, and what is what is called old decimal. You can also do the same thing for the cost. That is another way by which you can we have learn how to use custom this thing now. So I think we are good at that point. Even though we will not use this because we are still going to learn how to use related function. Yeah, related function does the same thing that merge query does. So let me just remove this. Okay, let's keep them. Let me remove these two. Don't need them. Don't go to duplication. And then we can hide these two. Remove. Remove the column. Just remove them. So in Excel, if you remove two columns, this one will come error. But in Power Query, you can say we remove them. The formula we get here does not give us any error. You have everything inside. Okay, now the next thing I want us to learn here is how to, let's say you have three data and they are very huge. You can have huge data like 10 million rows, and your system is very slow while trying to process all the data. The best thing is to stop the data. For March 1, you can just select maybe like January to March. Let's say you have like 20 million rows, 20 million rows in your data. What you do is you get the sample data first. It can be like maybe 1 million rows only. You now format it like what we have done here now. After you format it, you now impose the format here on the rest. You impose this format on other ones so that you just clean them once. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to bring in another data now, 26 data. Hello, am I communicating at all?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. I'm bringing 2016 here now and click OK. But it's still dirty. When the thing is still dirty, you can see the date, see stop date. There is no price at the back here, right? Now let's see what I'm going to do. I will go to 2015, which I've cleaned. Please note this data very well. I said if you have a big data that is slowing you down, just format some part of it, like 1 million rows, or you format like if it is period, maybe January to December, you can format like maybe 2 months. If it is 10 years, you can format like maybe 3 years, just like we did 2015 like this. After you have done that, right click here and you see advanced editor. Advanced editor. Now, there are two things there. You can see that if you go to 2016, we only have 3 steps here. Only 3 steps are here. Let me right click and see the query we have there. Advanced editor, we have 3 steps. Source, promote header, and type. Those are 3 things we have here, right? Now, I will now go to 2015 now. I will keep the first two. I will start changing from the third one. If you like, you can keep only the first and start your changing from the second one. But the source are not the same, so don't change the first one. I'm going to copy from the third one down. Control C. I copy from the second one to the last one. Then I click cancel. I'm not changing anything. I come to 2016. Advanced editor. Now I will use that method. I will use that code. So if you have like 100 million rows, once you have connected with it, just copy and paste all the formats you have done. Paste it on it and click done. Automatically, all the steps will appear here. You see the date, very clean. See the date, very clean. See here, we have turnover. So instead of you to be doing it one by one, and you just click on one data, you go and sleep for 30 minutes before data load, you come back and click. Each click, you have to wait for like 10 minutes. Just make sure that you work on the small data, then you impose the query on the big data, and you have your data clean automatically. The thing is clean. You don't have to take all those steps again in 2016. Then let's have the last one, 2017. With the last one. I'm going to do the same thing for 2017 also. I'm going to impose that also in 2017. Click OK. So that's why I did not match the three together using the folder. I want us to go through this step, and we also see how to use append query. We're going to start from the second. Remember, we're only keeping the first two. So all the other steps can be 2. We want to impose it on this and click done. And you can see 2017 also is clean without having to go through the step one by one. Now, remember I said that when you have table, you have something in different colors. They cannot work together. The same thing, you want to analyze different tables with the same data. You want to compare them, they cannot work. We can't analyze this. We need to bring all the sales together. All the year will be on the same column, all the dates we have everything has to be together. All the sales must be in the same column, not January sales, February sales, March sales. When you have them in different columns, it will not work. When you have them in different tables, it will not work. So you have to merge the three tables together. So here we have what is called append query. We want to bring 2015 under 27, under 5, and this under this. So we want to use append query at the top here. You can see append query. There are two options, append query or append as new. When you append query, you go to add the data I click on is 2016 now. It means I'm going to append, I'm adding 2 more tables to this. And see 2016, I cannot do it, I can't remove it. Because I'm appending query to that. I see that 2016 is fixed. It's fixed, I can't do anything to it. I can only add what 2017 and 2015 to it. I only add this to it. That is append query. But when I click on append query as new, what do we get? We have option of changing this. You can change this now. You can bring in another one to it. So let me remove this. Append as new. Append as new. New. Now you can see that it's different from the first one. You can also say, okay, no, the first table should be 20%. And I want 3 or more tables. I can remove, I can add. I want to add 2016 now. So this. Click on this and click add. Click on this and click add. So the first one is 2015, followed by 16, followed by 17. And I click OK. I'm creating a new table entirely. So we have append 1. Let me see the new table now. This table now has all the sales together. This table we are going to analyze, not this individual table. If we have 2018, we add it. 2019, we add it. Everything will be appended together. What to call this one? Our sales table. Sales table. Table. And you can also change the name from here. Here we have append 1. You can change the name from here also. Sales table is changed. So let's disload this one. We don't want this one to show when we are bringing data into Power BI. And this one also will not go. These 3 are not go. So I think at this point now, let's load what we have done. What we have done is called data cleaning. So let's load this, close and apply, and we can stop the recording and have like 5 minutes break. Let's go and refresh, and let's refresh. And so while it's refreshing, it's loading to Power BI, then we can stop the recording. So we'll come back after this is loaded into Power. Thank you.